knowing the loving family that you grew up with, your adoptive family, and all of a sudden meeting your biological family and developing a relationship with that. Was there any kind of a struggle with that with you?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. I mean, that's, you feel like you're betraying the parents that raised you when you open that part of your heart to, your birth parents. So it's a slow process because of that. You're dealing with those feelings of betrayal. But I worked through that, and I know if they were both alive today that they would just be in awe of Frank and Julie von Zerneck, because they are incredible people, very loving and kind and just genuine. They're just great people, and I know.
Zita, I can't emphasize enough how marvelous Kathy's father was. Again, I never met him. I've only heard about him through Kathy and people that knew him.
Yeah.
And it's a tribute to him that she is who she is.
Well, I mean, when I think of it, when you describe it that way, Frank, what comes to mind is they raised your daughter to be your daughter.
And God bless them.
I mean, if you really think about it,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Because they raised you. From the impression that I get with you, Kathy, is that they raised you with the same values as Frank and Julie would. So they raised you to be the mirror image of the daughter that you are meant to be for all four of your parents. So what a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Wow. I've never heard it explained like that, but I think you're spot on.
I think this is such an amazing story and a beautiful story. How are you all getting along now? I mean, you're getting along fabulously as far as I can tell.
Yeah, no, for me, it's wonderful to have them in my life.
And having the book, and they do a lot of promotions on the book and talk shows, and the two of them are thick as thieves, and it's brought them closer together. And from a father's point of view,
you couldn't be more happy.
I am so proud
yeah.
of Kathy and who she is and what she's done, that I am a boring lunch companion. Whenever I meet
I can't even imagine that.
Where I am, I say, you know what? I have this daughter, and I never knew where she was, and so proud of her. And now when we're going places, and Kathy can witness to this, we go into restaurants or places, and everyone says, wait a minute, there's your daughter.
Yeah. It's just, what a wonderful feeling for me. I just feel so important when I'm around him, It's wonderful. I wanted to share one more excerpt with you. It's very short, and it's about the first time that I spent time with my father on one of his movie sets, which is just a whole different world for me. I grew up in a very ordinary home, and, my day consisted of going to school, coming home from school, going out to play, having dinner, going to bed, and doing it all over again the next day. So anyways, I'll just read you a very short excerpt. For my 46th birthday, my birth father invited me to join him on the set of his film, Revenge of the Bridesmaids. Little did I know when I stepped off the plane in New Orleans that I had just traversed worlds. He met me in the terminal wearing a navy blue blazer, neatly pressed khaki pants, and a golden smile. After checking into a suite at the Roosevelt on Baronne Street, we went to Galatoire's in the French Quarter, a restaurant with crisp white tablecloths and professional waiters who, after a short conversation about our culinary desires, filled our table with oysters Rockefeller, crab meat, escargot, and crispy frog legs topped with Pernod-infused garlic herb butter. The next day, we met in the hotel lobby before dawn, ordered a hot cup of coffee to go, and headed to the set. As soon as we pulled up, the transportation coordinator greeted us. "Good morning, Mr. von Zerneck," he smiled. "I'll take your car." He nodded at me, and my father handed him the keys. We walked onto the set, and within minutes, we were surrounded by actors, the director, cinematographer, and crew. Frank, I'd like to make a change to today's shooting order. Frank, would you mind looking at the angle of this shot? Frank, do you have a minute to review the changes of the script? I would have been overwhelmed. I would have sprinted back to the car, driven to the Roosevelt, and hid under the covers until the sun went down. But when I looked over at my father, I saw a man, self-assured and alive, with a contagious energy, whose countenance had long been earned by years of well-made decisions. Within minutes, the set was running like a well-oiled machine. That day, I experienced the life that could have been mine, the life of Amy, the life of a respected executive producer's daughter. I sat behind the camera in a director's chair. I played an extra in a moving scene. I ate lunch with the cast, and I carefully watched the dailies with everyone, and I felt as if I belonged. I was sad to see that week come to an end. During those few days, I experienced a life very foreign to me, a life as my father's daughter.
Wow.
And that's it.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I cry when I hear that.
Oh.
That
was a great
that is
experience.
such a beautiful tribute.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And such an acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know we're running out of time. I know, Frank, that you have to leave. And so I want to thank you guys for coming on to the Broader View. And, Kathy, where can everybody find your book?
Amazon.com. We have the Kindle version and the paperback version, as well as on any ebook readers, Barnes & Noble. We also have Audible.com, Audible books. So really,
We're everywhere.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's what's so great about this century, this publishing. We're everywhere. You can find us everywhere, and put it
Secret
onto
store.
your device, or buy it in a bookstore, or order it online, and it's delivered to you.
Right. You can, and easy access would be via our website, www.secretstorms.com, and there they can, find more information about the book and how to buy the book.
Well, I'm actually on the Amazon website right now purchasing your book, by the way.
Oh,
Aren't you special?
thank you.
And I'm
Thank
going to
you.
purchase the Audible after the show.
I am going. In fact, I think I'm going to get 2 of these because I think I'm going to hold one for my adoptive niece,
Oh,
that's
and I'm
lovely.
going to,
yeah.
and I will give that to her.
That's
Well,
lovely.
Something that we offer for reading groups is we offer like a 30-minute Skype session with a reading group to discuss the book. So, and you can sign up for that on the website.
Oh,
So
I'll
if you
do
have
that.
any,
And
any
there are
reading
book
groups.
clubs. Both of them do book clubs. You can do it by Skype. They'll visit, so that people
How
can express themselves about the book to the authors.
How wonderful. This story, and I say this about a lot of guests, but this story is so phenomenal to me and so incredible to me that I do want to promote you guys. And so I am going to go ahead and put your links up on my website.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody
thank
can
you.
Right.
link back to them. And I do want to have you back. And
Well,
Yes.
we'd be happy to be back. for
yeah,
sure.
because this is a story that still continues. And
That's
so
true.
because it doesn't end, because this is part of life, and there's the good, the bad, the ugly, and the phenomenal and the beautiful that goes along with it. And
Right.
and I do want to bring you back, and so I do want to get into more depth of different pieces of this.
And
So-
next time you'll get Julie, who's dealing with
well,
it.
Frank,
Yes.
you'll be in the background too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
We'll
go.
have you on as well.
We'll get the whole family on. Maybe we'll get the whole
There you
family on.
go.
We'll get the brothers
you
and
go.
sisters. We'll get the whole family on. We'll
Yeah.
have a little
I have a little poem I'd like to read to you guys it's, for Father's Day. And it's You Are My Dad. To me you stood 12 feet tall. You were stronger than Mr. Olympus, and you could do anything, almost. You could fix the chain on my bike, but not a dripping faucet. You could fix the wing of a bird, but not a flat tire. You are my hero. You, showed me the moon and the stars. You said I could reach them, showed me how to catch a butterfly and the reason to set it free. Knew the answers to questions of meaningless things. You were my knight in shining armor, and wrestled and slain the monsters under my bed, knowing it was a shoe. You listened to my stories about nothing at all. You laughed at my jokes that weren't funny at all. You sat through endless tea parties with me and my friends, surrounded by stuffed animals and baby dolls. I made you wear a straw hat with a pink bow. You helped me build my first fort. Okay, it was in the living room with a blanket and 4 dining room chairs, but it was our fort. You took me on adventures, both big and small, real or imagined. You surrounded me with love when the world was so big. You watched me grow and gave me gentle pushes along the way, comforting me when no one else could. You shared your life experiences, so I understood the person you became. It all changed that morning in March. A kiss on the forehead, and I love you, I heard. I'll see you at supper, whispered in my ear. You left for work, as you did every day. This day was different, and a daughter's life was changed. My hero, my knight in shining armor, was gone. You lied to me that morning. You didn't come home. There was no dinner that night. Please come home and stay just a little bit longer. I'll give you those stars, but you can touch me. Now you can't. I have one more story to tell you. Let's build that fort. I'm sure there's another monster under my bed. Do you see it? I feel your arms around me. I can smell your cigar. Even now you still comfort me. Listen to my stories. You snared that monster under my bed. I found that lost shoe. I feel those familiar pushes along the way. Watch me grow. Because of you, I can set a butterfly free. I have the stars and the moon within my reach. I can fall and stand on my own. I am inspired to go on. I will become the person I am meant to be. Thank you for sharing your life with me, and I hope I make you proud. With these thoughts in my head and my heart, I blow you a kiss and tell you I love you. Hope you can hear me. Oh, one more thing. I have a son. He carries your name. He can fix the chain on his bike, but not a dripping faucet. He can fix a bird's wing, but not a flat tire. He's 6 feet tall and as strong as an ox. He is my hero. Dad, he has your eyes. Love, your daughter.
Oh, beautiful.
I dedicate that to that was written by our own Z. Our own Zeta.
Oh my goodness.
I love the full circle ending. It's just fantastic.
So that's to all the daughters who have fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Well, thank you. But I wanted to give that to you.
What a treat.
I wanted to give that to you. So thank you again very much for being on the Broad Review.
Oh, God bless you. This was wonderful.
Yeah, and I will get a hold of Rachel, and I will get you back on the show.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Okay.
We would love it.
I enjoyed this.
I did too.
Thank you. I loved meeting you two.
Yeah.
Love you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Jen.
Talk soon.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Don't go away. We're going to
Don't
take a
go
quick break. We'll come right back. You on Easy Radio Network. Don't go away.
My dad came to live with us last month, and it's going pretty well.
I feel like I never have time for myself.
With him being around more, it really lets us catch up on things.
His memory isn't what it used to be.
We get up and we have
He
coffee.
usually wakes up at 4:30.
Then we go for a walk.
He needs lots of my attention.
I do need to keep an eye on his medications, though. That's important.
Sometimes I feel like a pharmacist.
I'd say John and the kids are adjusting pretty well.
They honestly have no idea what I'm going through.
It can be a little challenging,
Help.
but so far so
I
good.
could really use just a little help.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers for advice, tips, and support. Together, let's help each other better care for ourselves and the ones we love. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement.